Chapter 1. When Clicks Become Cases. Charles' story. On a cold September night in 2015, a bicyclist named Charles was hit in a tragic hit-and-run accident in Queens. He endured hours of pain and suffering as the drunk driver that hit him fled to Long Island, where she was eventually apprehended. The story was covered by the New York Daily News, getting information from Charles' sister, Carlise, as she waited to see what happened to her brother in the emergency room. After a 3-hour battle, he eventually succumbed to his injuries. Carlise made a phone call from the hospital that day. It wasn't to Cellino and Barnes, New York's 800-pound gorilla of radio and billboard advertising, nor is it to the network of ambulance drivers and EMTs on payroll for dubious personal injury lawyers in New York City. It was my client, Charles Arnold, whose Google ad was in front of Carlise when she searched for a wrongful death lawyer on her iPhone. The click cost $6.43. Charles Arnold had been practicing the law in New York City for 19 years. A veteran of the insurance industry, he had switched sides to fight for plaintiffs when he struck out to start a practice with his two partners back in 2003. Since then, he'd won some impressive cases, including an over $7 million payout for the victims of a Midtown crane collapse in 2008. He was constantly networking, establishing contacts, and even waking up at 5:30 a.m. every Thursday for a Business Networking International meeting. Over the years, he'd seen marketing channels rise and fall. The Yellow Pages were the first to go, strong when he started the practice, but falling in influence as people turned to the internet for search. Various SEO companies, lead sellers, and marketing consultants had approached him over the years. The ones he did let in invariably led to disappointment, and the ones that reached him later in his career simply didn't get through because Charles already knew where that road led. That all changed when he started using PPC lead generation. The proposition was simple. Give it 1 month, and if it doesn't work out, there's no need to continue. There were no contracts like the channels he had tried before, and the investment was modest, unlike traditional media. He expected the results to take at least a month. To his surprise, he got 2 leads before lunch on the first day. He couldn't believe this was actually working. The hit-and-run case ended up settling for $100,000. He's continued with PPC lead generation since then and has predictably added case flow every month on a modest budget, which he can scale up or down to meet his needs. The results were immediate and to this day can be turned on or off like a tap when the case docket is full, when there's a holiday, or if he wants to go on vacation with his wife. This is the channel that I'm going to teach you to build in this book.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.